touchdown here, Santos, to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
11 yards for number 11.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a third and long. Now Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Lance looking to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. To throw again on second down. Lance. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, find me a star more on the rise than Deebo Samuel after last season. Wide receiver, running back, kick returner. This man does it all for the San Francisco 49ers. Ranked third in the league in all-purpose yardage and deservedly made first-team All-Pro. Building on that with a first down here.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Mitchell is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Mitchell. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pettis now from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 4. To throw is Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On play action, Lance. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Lance going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, 6 points that they were thinking about.
Ready, set. Ball ready.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 45. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Pettis now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
2nd and 2. Now it's Fields. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Javon Kinlaw breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's got Ayuk once again. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He'll take this to the 46. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Pettis now from his end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. McLeod to return it. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start this drive out on the ground. There he goes, right side. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Pettis now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Back to throw. Fields over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, Fields. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll get that one complete to Connor. He's got room at the 30, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Fields on first down. This one swung out to Montgomery. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trenton Cannon, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are back within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Boy, 199 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
To throw, it's Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
After the sack on 1st down, Fields. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. So 8 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And now off to the races down the right side. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, 61 yards. And the Niners are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Bears 14. Robbie Gould kicking off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Pettis now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To try again after the sack. Fields. His throw incomplete. David Montgomery, the target out of the backfield. And that'll make it third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one, but incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Bears first down.
On first down, Fields. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Fields now to throw. Montgomery, another target and catch. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now Fields. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Lance. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he goes out right around the 39. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for the... And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Lance back to throw.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 33 yards. And the 49ers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year, because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Pettis now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
On first down, it's Fields.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Down right around the 25. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opening. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2.